Hello everybody and welcome back to Planet Zoo, where I'm just fixing the barrier back up here. I have been, you might notice, look, it's all nice and curvy now in here. And I've been playing around a bit. You can see the path on the bridge is straight now. And yeah, I've realized a little bit of stuff about building with terrain that will help me if I do anything like this in the future. Now, one thing that I did find out is if you go to the terrain stamping tool, it'll show you, it'll highlight for you hidden barriers. So if I go to like the sphere here, you can see along here where it's going to start not allowing me to do things because of the path. Can you see there? And it's in an interesting jaggedy formation, and you might have noticed that there was an interesting jaggedy formation. I mean, there's a bit there that I still need to fix, but there was an interesting jaggedy kind of formation going on with with the way that everything was when I was trying to do things too close to the path. So basically what I've learned there is don't try to get this really close to the path. There was a bit there that I couldn't sort out, so I've actually just covered it with a rock, and that's probably what I'll do over here. We'll just like cover that with a rock. Anything that I can't get rid of and I can't do anything about, I'm going to be like, cover it with a snowy rock and it will all be okay. Maybe not one quite that big. One like that would be fine though. Just like push that into the ground a bit. Maybe not quite that much. Maybe about that much. About that much. Yeah. So just some interesting like looking rocks that seem to have just naturally formed down the side there. Yeah, basically. Oh man, I could... I need to push that in a little more, I think. Push it in and bring it to the side a little more, I think. With it that way. Yes. And down a little more. That's a bit more natural. It looks kind of like it's going to fall off, but never mind. Never mind. The important thing, though, that's happening right now is, A, that my polar bears are dehydrated. So what I did is I put them another water pipe in, just down here, right by where they are. But they're about to mate, so there's a possibility, if we're really, really lucky, and we might get babies. I kind of think I need to get these guys a polar bear house too. Look, he's chasing after. He's like, come on, time to make a baby. So there we are. We'll leave them to it. You know, we don't want to be rude and spying on them or nothing. I kind of think I want to put some more like ice rocks in here. In that pool. I don't know. Maybe we've got enough in there. Anyway, the Arctic wolves are the next ones because we haven't quite finished decorating their pen either. And then I'm going to want to put in some big cats today, I think. So the dehydration, I'm hoping, will just go as soon as they realise they've got a new water pipe there. The litter, however... Do I have a litter filter? Animal welfare. Habitat, temperature, water, power, buildings. Negative impact on guests. Security and crime. Guest education, guest needs. Staff happiness. No, nothing to show me where the litter is a problem. So that would help. Maybe the negative impact on guests might show litter. I'm not sure. There is something over here that is a negative impact on guests. That's protesters. Something here is a negative impact on guests. That is litter. Ah, so this is what we can use to help pinpoint the litter a bit. Those are... bit of litter over there. So I can put bins basically by all these red spots. And hopefully that will alleviate some of the litter problems. So this is what we're going to do. Okay, so I'll do this in my other zoo as well, actually. Facilities. Recycling bin. So we'll go around all these red spots and put in a recycling bin. Oh man, it's right by the cage though. Maybe I should put it on the other side. Doesn't like it over there. I'm just going to put them there. Oh, I don't know which bin is which. Oh, man. Recycling. Oh, they're both recycling bins. No, the filter's come off now. Let's get that heat map back on. Right, so there's bins over there. I don't know if there's litter around here because I can't tell because of the protesters. So, but well, everywhere else that I can find litter. Once the protesters are gone, I'll have another look at it. Right, we definitely need bins around about here then. Between these two litters. And definitely some over here. It is so much better to be able to actually see where I need to place the bins as opposed to guessing. And then some over here. So we've done, and maybe some in between here as well. I hate placing bins, but I guess that they are less ugly than the litter is. I'm going to put 2 just here, just in case. Because I don't actually know whether there's any litter around by these protesters, so... Right, I believe I've caught all of those spots, so we'll see if that litter problem goes away in a minute. In the meantime, I need to make this place a bit prettier. I mean, I like my wolf house. I think that's pretty cool. I need to make a template of it soon. And it looks like my little female wolf was sleeping in there. I took a nice thumbnail last time of her sleeping in there. She's quite happy in there. Now, what's she not happy with? She's not happy with her enrichment, so I could really do with getting some food enrichment in there if I can, if there's any that will suit that I know about. So let's have a look. I don't know if there will be, though. I don't know. Habitat. Food and water. Enrichment items, sorry. For the Arctic wolf species. Is there anything that we'll know? We just got the snowball and the football, so we don't have any food enrichment for them yet. Let's see how much profit we're making. I can't really tell. I think we've spent a lot of money recently. So I'm not going to get... Oh, what facilities without power? Really? I put a thing in there last time. An electricity doofer in there last time. I do not understand where that went. Okay, never mind. Let's put that back in. You saw me do it. Where did it go? Oh, yeah. So that gets the power sorted there. High amounts of litter are still around. That might take a bit for people to start using the bins and the caretakers to clean up. I can't find an accessible staff room. Where are you? By the staff room. So I might need to put in a second staff room over here, maybe. I don't really want to put them outside the little loops of path, but maybe I need another little loop of path around here then. So let's go to paths and staff paths and make another little loop. This may be slightly smaller than that. There we are, and we can stick another staff room in there. I will have to redo all of this once we get the Arctic theme researched a bit more, which I am working on at the moment. Facilities. Staff facilities. Staff room. Maybe we could put a large staff room in if we have one. We don't yet. Okay, that might come. That might come later. That's fine. A small staff room will do for now. Pop it over there. There's room for another building then. I don't really like all of this. It's very utilitarian, but we'll deal with it. So I needed to do something with the reindeer, didn't I? Last time we couldn't find a really good male reindeer, I believe. Am I right? There are protesters and I'm not sure why. What they're protesting. So let's go and find them. Oh, again, the reindeer died of old age. It's terrible. I'm supposed to be able to call the vet for that, aren't I? Oh, there she goes. Right, call the vet. Oh no, baby, don't go over there. That's like a Bambi moment. Oh my goodness. Oh. Okay, let's call the mechanic for the toilet block, which is broken down. I have still high amounts of litter. That's interesting. There's an overflowing bin as well, so it shows you where the bins are overflowing. How many caretakers do we have, and how overworked are they? Most of my staff are overworked. It's how I run my zoo. But they're saying they have an efficient workload, and they're quite happy. So let's go and see where they are. And what they're doing right now. Wandering around. Not really doing much. Now this is what I don't like to see. It's like they should be running around with high workload if there's lots of litter in the zoo. And I don't understand what that's all about. Okay, I want to go to my animal tab and I want to see if the polar bear meeting was successful or not. It wasn't. Why is Tortoise in a box right now? Why are you in a box? Let's get you out of your box. I don't understand what that was about either. I think it was after they got all escaped last time. Probably just getting them back into the pen there. The wolf was apparently about to mate as well, so they might get a pregnant wolf. We'll have to see. Okay, so I think I've looked after everything quite nicely there. Oh, I should put my phone on Do Not Disturb. People are like, hello, Sheilab, are you awake? Are you awake? We're going to a torchlight procession later and trying just to get this quickly done before that happens. Okay, so one thing I want to do, I've wanted to do for ages, and I would like to do this episode. Other than be disturbed by people, this is one thing I when I'm recording while I've got guests and things, sometimes. Are you down tidying? No, recording. No, she will feel guilty for disturbing in the middle of recording. Haha. Okay. Not that I'm mean or anything. So what I wanted to do was to build an exhibit center. And I was gonna maybe sort of base it slightly on the design of this, maybe? I don't know, because what I really want is for the mechanic research to be done a little more. Having to queue to use the workshop. Okay. That's a good little thing to tell me then, so I can put another workshop in, no problem. I've got a little space for it and everything. Sorry, this episode has been a little bit of a firefighting one, I'm afraid. But there we are, there's another workshop facility for them so they can use that. The reindeer habitat is really dirty. And we've still got high amounts of litter. So the litter, I'm kind of waiting to see if that gets dealt with the bins I've put in. But that's a problem. So I'm going to call the keeper over here manually. And then what I may need to do is also call the mechanic because the barrier status is right down. I may hire one more keeper. because we've kind of made up almost for the loss of income that came from animal food. Wow, staff wages. Animal food is more than staff wages. But you gotta feed them, right? And the taxes are quite big. We had a fine, we had facility running costs, scenery running costs. And then we had 5,000's worth of purchases, which is construction costs. So I don't mind there being construction costs. Minus 5,930 for the construction costs. No, still a negative profit. So we've got to be very careful about hiring new people when we're in a negative situation. But it may be because the visitor numbers are down, and the visitor numbers may be down because of the cleanliness of the zoo. So I'm going to just have a quick look and see how they're doing at fixing the problems with litter that we've got. Right, some of them are gone. I believe if this is like some of the other ones that I might be able to pick up and move around some of the stuff. So I'm going to try that. Damaged barriers. Oh, we'll need a mechanic over here then. Water treatment is failing, so that needs a mechanic. Vet research is complete. Oh, that's a nice thing. Yay! Some more polar bear stuff. Fantastic. I kind of need another vet as well, but I need more money before I can get that. So it's like, well, I don't actually need the vet for anything other than the research, so we're just going to have to wait on the research. One thing I might do, though, is to change over to research the Arctic wolves, who have no... The polar bears are pretty happy, the reindeer and the Dall sheep are all pretty happy. The Arctic wolf have no food enrichment, so they're the ones that I really need to sort out. Okay, so what was I going to do? Oh yes, I remember. Staff, and I was going to go over to the caretaker and see if I could move them. Pick them up and move them. Can we do that? Seems like I can't do anything with them. No. Doesn't seem like I can tell them what to do in any way, shape or form. So they just have to randomly wander around. Like, I'm gonna have to get another one. Will you empty those bins? Oh my goodness, that's your job. Like, seriously. I think it's because the park is so big. Right, is the other caretaker doing anything at all? I mean, it might be that if I find that there's one caretaker doing everything. I might need to... Maybe we could do some staff training. I believe that sends them for training. I haven't actually worked out how much vomit. Look, vomit cleared, 0. Toilets cleaned, 0. Benches cleared last year, 0. Litter cleared last year, 0. Bins emptied last year, 0. Well, what have you actually done in the whole of the last year then? Nothing. You suck. But I can put them on only certain things. Okay. There is so much litter on the floor. We could do with more bins. Okay. Fine. I suppose. I mean, there's litter there and bins there. I mean that irritates me. It's like, come on, guys. You could have walked like 5 steps to that bin. Really? Really? People are not liking these litters over here, and there's not a lot I can do about them. Other than hope that the caretaker comes over here and cleans it up later. Just hope. I mean, I could set up a particular work zone that just covers around here. possibly, and then try and get the caretakers to do that. But I think it's just easier to leave them be and hope that they eventually get around to it. So we've got a lot of damaged barriers, high amounts of litter. I really need loads more staff, and I can't really afford it. I'm just going to quickly have a look at the habitats overall, because it's quite good to look at it in here. In my zoo, oh no, not my zoo overview, my staff, my work zones. It's in here somewhere. Facilities, here we are. It's not there. Ah, where was it? There was a place where I could see how the barriers and everything was doing on all of the different enclosures. Staff. I'm sorry if you can hear people talking right now, but I have to, unfortunately, everyone is getting up right now, and I have to record while there's people around in the house. It's just kind of annoying, but never mind. What, these litter's gone? Anyway, I need to just stop focusing on that as much. Get rid of this, because it's just making me look at all the litter, and that's not good. I want to be doing things like designing and stuff and hoping that the extra caretakers and extra bins I've placed do start to improve the situation. And give it a little time. So we've still got Habitat 5 with damaged barriers. So I will call a mechanic over here as well. I think there's a lot of calls for the mechanics, unfortunately. Hopefully they fixed. Yeah, these have been fixed nicely. I may need one more mechanic, but I am losing money really fast. So maybe an exhibit pen would help. You never know. But I'm really, really, really waiting for, and I'll show you. I am waiting for the Arctic theme to be a little bit more done. So we're still researching the first level of that. I'm wondering whether I could just speed things along a little. And I'll be able to see if the litter problem is still a problem, or if it's actually starting to decrease. I'm going to replace that bin. But you can't, like, tell a staff member to come and empty a bin. You can tell them to go to habitats and things like that. You can't tell them to get rid of a piece of litter or to empty a bin or anything like that. Oh no, it's well... Oh my goodness, look at this! It's summertime! Summer, summer, summertime. Suddenly everything looks different. Look at my polar bear pen. Looks very different in the... Oh no. I thought that we'd fixed the cleanliness issue there. So what I think I need to do now is to hire... We are back into a profit situation, so I have enough money to hire one more keeper. You can deal with the reindeer a bit. We only have like 2 keepers or something. We got 3 keepers. It's a bit ridiculous. They're quite highly worked, unfortunately. It's fine. But this zoo looks really boring in the summertime. I need the snow to make it look proper. Okay, so in the meantime, so while we're waiting for things to be done for the exhibit center, I'm going to have a look at what other species we can have. I'm looking for particularly Siberian tigers and also the snow leopards. They shouldn't be too difficult to get my hands on. I got a nice snow leopard for a couple of 100 credits. That is got a 0 fertility gene. Okay, not happening. How do you even breed these rubbish leopards? I don't know. Seriously. The size is a bit small. Basically infertile. Kind of middling on everything. I'm not so worried about the size. But I do think that's one of the better ones. And that one. And then we'll see if we can get the size to even out. That's a lot of my credits gone though. Because I've not really got much in the way of a breeding program going on here. So I'm just buying. And so I would need to go to my other zoo and maybe just do a little bit of trading, possibly to keep this zoo going. What I may do is, eventually I'm probably going to finish up with the zoo. At that point, I will probably just transfer all the animals into my main zoo and make myself just a little sort of mini land there. So I'll just transfer everything into animal storage and then I'll slowly take the animals back out. What I'll probably do is have a little Arctic area for, well, maybe something like this actually. I really like this this whole design, honestly, but I don't know. Okay, let's get these guys into quarantine. I'm spending so long thinking that today. I'm sorry about that. Right, so quarantine. Get the snow leopards in. I love snow leopards. They are so cute. I put them in a pair, and I'm hoping that that's a good thing. It usually seems to be for cats. I mean, if I look at the Zoopedia quickly. One male, one female. So I pretty much guessed right there. Let's hope that they're fertile and they're young enough and all that sort of thing. Get them into quarantine, and then I better make them somewhere to... Oh, the reindeer are all getting diseases. That's so bad. So bad. Not good at all. There's still high amount of... Listen, mechanic research is completed though, so that's something I've been waiting for. Hooray. Well, we can keep you on the Arctic theme. I really want the Arctic theme fully researched. And then we can replace some of the staff buildings with nice little cute Arctic ones. And use some of the Arctic stuff to make buildings for the animals. Wow. They're all diseased. That is not good. That's clearly spreading. What's their cleanliness like? So their cleanliness has been sorted out. And people are like, oh no, the reindeer looks sick. This is so bad. Do I need to hire another vet? I don't really want to. I mean, my finances are terrible. And the reason I think that my finances are terrible is that the polar bears don't make very much money compared to the land taxes that you're probably going to need. So, like, you get a few donations, but their land, the land that they are using is more than any other animal in the zoo by many, many times. So I probably wouldn't put polar bears in to any zoo unless it was already profiting, because I think you're probably going to make a loss on them. And the land taxes are huge on them. So if you have a quick look at the finances there. I didn't even realise when I put them in how large an area they would actually need. But if you have a quick look at ongoing expenses and have a look at taxes, and you have a look at the habitat area taxes, 2,425.35 going up this year. So far this year, in 9 months, it's been about $2,000. So that means that the polar bears need to have made that plus whatever they're eating. We've got $12,000 worth of animal food going. So it's an interesting one, that. We are making a sometimes profit, sometimes loss. It's going up and down all over the place. There seem to now be less diseased reindeer. The vet seems to be taking them off, curing them and bringing them back. And so hopefully that will sort itself out. We have new habitat stuff. Hurrah. I wonder if I click on it, if I'll see what's actually being researched there. So habitat blueprint level 1, 3 items. But it doesn't really tell you what those 3 items are. A bamboo feeder we have now, apparently. Okay, we've got some stuff for the wolfies. Hurrah! Let's go put that in. That's going to instantly make them feel a bit better. They already have plenty of toy enrichment, but I may still give them a gift box enrichment. That looks quite cute. I do need to do something with that end of their enclosure. It looks a bit rubbish, doesn't it? It looks a bit pants. So now we've got 5 diseased reindeers. What I'm going to start doing, I think, is to send them... Can I box them up? Yeah. I'm hoping it's boxing them will stop it spreading. The other thing I can do is to send them to quarantine. There are a lot of them that are sick right now. And then when they're better, I'll move them back. That way, the caretakers are going to be moving them rather than anyone else. So is that all of the reindeer that are in there that are sick now? Are you healthy? No. I'm just going to quarantine all of them and then put them all back when they're healthy. Okay, so Engelard is in the trade center. I think Engelard was my previous male reindeer. And then Gottfried. Oh no, Gottfried needs to be sold. Because Gottfried, I think, is, I believe. I'm gonna look at him. If you have a look at the stud book, I think is got a lot of parents and siblings and things like that in the zoo right now. So you need to actually go to the trade center. Yep. And I need to find myself a new reindeer male. Go to animal trading quickly. I can clear filters, can't I? Probably that will clear my filters. And then I need to go to reindeer. No, it wasn't reindeer. Yeah, it was reindeer. Filter out reindeer. Let's have a look at the males. I'm able to afford one. Rats. I think what I might have to do is maybe sell my existing male reindeer for 1,000 each. first. So let's have a quick look into my animal storage. Where are you guys? You should have moved by now. Oh, there they are. Okay. So. Trade. Trade price 1,000. Trade. Other one. Trade. 1,000. Trade. Okay, so those will be up for an hour and we'll see if they sell. If they do, I'll be able to get another stud reindeer in, hopefully. But it's a little difficult. It really is a little difficult to get that done. But we'll see. We'll see. I mean, it might be that I'll have to do things like start selling off the girls because there seems to always be female reindeer. It's easier to change over the stud each time because then all of the females can breed. But I might just have to go through and find the male, a good male, and then sell off his mother and all his sisters, and then start again with other females. If the males continue to be this expensive, which it seems to be all the time. We'll have to see. And they haven't sold yet. We'll see what happens. I'm probably going to lose money now because the reindeer are all sitting in quarantine. So I need to keep an eye on that and try and get them back in as soon as I can. As soon as they're all cleared of quarantine. In quarantine with Campylobacteriosis. Those two are being sold. You are fine. You're back in Habitat 1. You're also back in Habitat 1. They're all getting really old as well. You know, if Gottfried doesn't sell, I may just keep him and then get some more females for him to breed with. It might just be easier that way. And I'll go through his stud book. I'll find who's related to him and I'll sell them on. And I'll get more females in because you can get them for just credits. But you don't seem to be able to get a male for just credits. Interesting, huh? Okay, so I'm kind of interested now in what kind of shapes and things we can get with the new stuff that I've researched. An Arctic animal science Dahl sheep. What? Add that to the pen. Add that to the house. Oh, it's tiny. It's the tiniest sign in the world. I don't know if I can make that bigger. It's teeny tiny. I want to add it to their pen though. That's cute. There's a bear sign and a flag and a wolf. And there's a signpost that we can add them onto. So I can put like a signpost down, say here, for example. And then I can add like a bear sign to it. And then I could do the same over this side and turn it around. And add a little bear sign on there. Like, here lies polar bears. It's kind of cute. What else have we got? Pretty cool, it's showing me all the Arctic stuff. Arctic architecture, beam, fabrics. We've got like these lovely trellises. They're so cute. Arctic doors, Arctic door canopies. Oh, I've got these lovely little cute doors. We've got festive bows. Festive bauble lights. Ooh, what are they like? Oh, I could like put them on top of the fences and stuff. Oh, that's so cute. I put little baubles on top of the fence. And all these little bits here. Put a little bauble on. Almost can't wait until nighttime to see what that looks like. That's so cute. I know the fences are not evenly spaced, so therefore the lights are not evenly spaced, but we'll deal with that. We've got festive berries. That's so cute. It's all Christmassy. I wish I had researched this before Christmas. Now Christmas is over. Festive starlights. Oh, they're nice. They're lovely. A festive wreath. Because I have so much luck with wreaths on my stuff. We could put some stuff onto the wolf pen maybe. Maybe they could have a festive wreath. What else we got? We've got a polar bear light display. Wow. So we could put like polar bears, like ice sculpture polar bears along the polar bear enclosure. Just at strategic points. Just in case people didn't know what it was, so there is a good place. Oh, that's cute. I like it. We have sculpture, reindeer body. Reindeer legs. Reindeer left leg. Reindeer right leg. Arctic shop canopies, fascias, signs, trees, more windows and doors and stuff. Roofs, arches. Those wooden arches look beautiful. And roofs. Fantastic. So I think they've added quite a lot of blocks in. Tons and tons of blocks, actually. And then we're back to the normal ones. So it's nice that they are all labelled Arctic, because that means they're at the front of the construction menu, which is pretty cool. I haven't done a lot this episode. I've done a lot of looking at things, haven't I? Not a lot of actually doing of things. I do feel that I want some more trees and cool things in the wolf pen. I want some more tundra stuff. Stick a big larch tree in there. That seems to be the particularly the thing that is giving you the most structure out of things. I might do some terrain modification in here, give them a few hills maybe as well. That might help. I probably don't want to do that with the stamper tool because it can look a little bit... Actually, you know, you can do some stuff with the stamper tool, actually. So at the moment it's on a negative. You can have a negative or positive. So I can give them, for example, some kind of igloo-y things. I can move that down even. Oh no, that's too close to their house. And that's one way that you can give some height to things, for example. So that's giving me some height. And then what you can do is to try and make it more natural with your sculpting tools. So what I can do, for example, is to try and smooth that out a bit. And then you just end up with a big bump. But if you were just wanting to put, like, you see, just a bit of a interesting... I maybe made that a bit too big, honestly. An interesting hill or something in here. 4 of them. The terrain stamper tools help a lot with that. Yeah, I know how ridiculous this looks right now. It'll look fine once I've smoothed... Anything looks fine once I've smoothed it enough, okay? Oops. I think I wanted chisel there, really. Maybe push. We'll push it in a little bit. Yeah, just making a bit of a hill. Which I may or may not put a tree on top of. But you see there, now they've got something that looks a bit interesting in their pen. Smooth that down a bit. It doesn't all look flat anymore, although I'm not entirely sure if I like it. We'll see. And if you don't like it, you can just flatten it back out. No, I think I like that. I think I like the fact they've got something just a bit more. I'm going to roughen up some of the terrain around the edge of it, and that'll make it look a little bit less ridiculous. There we are. So they've got kind of a slightly roughened up terrain there. It just makes it look a little more interesting. Because there's not a ton of stuff that you can do to make it look interesting. Maybe a little tree on top. No, that looks silly. Some of the smaller trees, maybe. About you. Maybe just one tree up there. I know what I'm doing. Of course I know what I'm doing. Give him a couple of ice rocks, maybe, around the place. Maybe another size of ice rock or another shape. To make it look interesting. So yeah, slightly better now. Maybe some cowberry bushes around here. Not really sure. Could put some of these big mossy stones around as well. A couple of those. They got like mosses on them and things. Just all makes it look a bit more interesting, honestly. Anything else for their habitat that we could have? They have a shelter, they've got some trees. I mean, so if I was a guest looking in on the wolf pen, I would see they've got like a mountain there. They've got a house, they've got trees in there. They've got rocks, they've got toys. Yeah, I think we're okay there. I'm going to go back and have a look at the reindeer now because hopefully they are all better now. Oh no. I'm just going to quarantine them as soon as they get sick. Seems to be a much better thing to do. Go and quarantine them. Right, let's have a quick look at the reindeer, see where they are, what they're doing. There's 2 in the trade centre. The rest have all been sent back to the habitat. Fantastic. They are getting much, much older though. And if I don't move them on, they're going to die. So let's move these guys on as well. And we'll do a little bit of reindeer training. Trading, not training. It'd be cool if I could. Mechanic has not attended to the habitat in a long time. Interesting. Okay. Call them. Tickets are underpriced. Oh, thank goodness for that. Still high litter though. So I'll go and have a look at that in a minute. And we'll see what that's all about. I do feel like putting the polar bears in though would have been better in my other zoo. And I feel like the reason for that, I would need a lot of coolers and stuff. And it's a huge area as well, so maybe, I don't know, maybe not, but... See, now all the doll sheep are sick. Wow. Do I need more keepers, maybe? How... The pen is clean, though. So I'm not entirely sure what's going on there. Disease is now life-threatening. Really? But you're in the middle of being transported away. Do I really need to hire another vet? I might need to. This is getting slightly frustrating though. I don't like it when they all get sick. And you just get one sickness under control. Right, so he's on his way to the vet surgery. Tularemia. Being treated, infected, in quarantine. Send you to quarantine too, I guess. The vet being requested. Do you know what? I'll just leave the vets to do their thing, I guess. He's in the vet surgery. Okay, he's in transit to Habitat 4. That means he's done. He's treated. Okay, cool. I think they're sorted. Oh, all these life-threatening things. Oh my goodness me. There's a mechanic over here. Great. Tickets are underpriced. I'm going to put the ticket prices up because that way I can hire more staff. I desperately, desperately need more staff. So we'll go for $10 and $8. Hurrah! I'll just make sure that the wolves have a donation box as well. They might not. And that might be one of the problems I've got. What an oversight on my part. You know what I'm like with donation boxes? I put them everywhere normally. Donate to the wolves. They are the best. Also, we need education for them. Come and look at the education. Wolfie, wolfie, education. So we're starting to get that up. And the conservation rating, because we've not released anything to the wild yet. Oh, maybe what we could do is... Oh, we can't do that now. I was thinking of the older reindeer, but I think they've been bought for cash. So I don't think we'll be able to do that. Go to my animal storage. Yeah, they're all just quick trades. Just get the money back on them. And my male reindeer have not sold at all. But as I say, I've got a backup plan for that. Oh, that wasn't what I wanted to do. I wanted to quick sell. And then we need to actually make a pen for the snow leopards. Oh, stop doing that, Sheilab. Sell it. What you doing? We're on Gen 2 reindeer now. So it looks to me like the doll sheep are kind of doing okay now. Thank goodness. Water treatment failed. That needs sorting straight away. Habitat 6. There's literally a mechanic at Habitat 6. That needs to go away. Power source failing. Call the mechanic to that as well. They may need more mechanics. I wonder if I can put the ticket price up more. I like the polar bear ice sculptures. They're really cute. Oh, they're swimming together, look. That's so nice. And hopefully their water won't become dirty water. If the water treatment is failing, that pool will be the first one to be affected. Seems okay, though. Okay, time to make a cool leopard enclosure. And I think this area here might be a really cool area for a cool leopard enclosure. So I'm going to start with having a quick look at their zoopedia and seeing what kind of size of pen they need. I don't think the big cats tend to need huge pens. 705, yeah, so like a 1,000-meter pen would be fine. Alright then, snow leopards, let's make you a nice pen. So I'm going to start off with, as usual, the hedge barriers on a curve. And I'll probably make them like a nice little round pen here. Like a little kidney shape, maybe? I'm going to start making it like this, okay? It's too long. Going around. I do kind of wish sometimes you had a little bit more control over exactly where the fences were going. I don't know whether that's just my inexperience with getting them to do what I want. But yeah, I don't like any of that. It just sucks, doesn't it? Much better. However, I think that needs to be shortened. Just to get a bit more of a... an even... Although I've got a feeling, I kind of heard people say, oh, she's going to be about an hour. So I think people need to talk to me about plans for the day, possibly. So I may have to cap this off in just a second. And see what they need, because could be that it's something really important. And if it is, then I need to sort it out. I'm going to make it out of Gabion for them, because that's quite strong and cool. And then I'm going to go meow, 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 meow. And I'm going to go meow, 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 meow. And put some windows in. And then I'm going to need a habitat gate. I might actually need some more staff facilities around here. I can kind of put even like a little keeper's hut in off this staff path. And maybe just move the power generator around or something. Okay. So I think a habitat gate maybe around here actually would be quite cool. No, I don't want a wooden one. No. I want to... like that, and that'll go into that staff path, which is wonderful. So let's see how big this place is now. Now the habitat gate's in, it should count as a full habitat, and I should be able to click on it and see how big it is. 1,072. That'll probably be about right. And if I need more space, I can take the space over here. So I think my little dudes, I think they're in quarantine already. I hope they're in quarantine already. Because you know what I'm like. No, I don't think I remembered to put them in quarantine. To be fair, all my animals got sick. I was getting a little bit worried about it. And it did distract me a bit. But we're over that now. We're through that. It's all good. Woohoo! Arctic wolf has been researched. Maybe we should research some diseases too. Okay, so I think the next thing I want to do is to put them into quarantine. Yeah, that was the next thing I was going to do, wasn't it? Totally, yes. I hadn't forgotten. Where are they? There they are. Oh yes, because I haven't complained this this episode about the fact that I have to individually put things into the quarantine. So, yeah. Right, okay, so they're all in quarantine. They've got like a basic pen done for them. I'm going to make sure that I've got... See, my finances are fine now. I actually put a donation thing outside the wolf pen. You have to make sure you have donation things outside everything, or you really get screwed. That's a technical term. We now have Arctic bins. They look kind of cute. I put a couple around the place. Maybe it will encourage people to put stuff in them. Never know. I mean, these are just completely knocked over and messed up. And it's because they're getting over full and no one's coming to empty them out. And that might have something to do with the lack of staff facilities over the side of the zoo, possibly. I'll have to look into it a bit more, but it is a difficult one. It is a difficult one. Arctic benches. How wonderful. Maybe if I put benches near to the bins, that would help as well, because I don't have many benches around at all. So maybe if I encourage them to sit down next to the bins and have a snack, it might help. I'm just trying to think what might be a good thing. Maybe a wee bench just there. Maybe some benches just right next to the food areas. I might encourage them to use these bins. Okay, quarantine has been passed. They are ready to leave. Oh, it's a little bit more calm now, isn't it? A vet hasn't gone to the habitat in ages. Okay. I'll call a vet over. I guess. Damage barriers over here. Call the mechanic. Because now these can be damaged, but the polar bears probably won't come out here that much. There's a couple of little management things to deal with. And they're both ready to leave. Yay! Okay, let's get you in the pen. And then I'll probably end the episode there and we can do some sorting out of the pen and get them really, really comfy in their next episode. So, zoo, animals, snow leopards, move to your new habitat. I'm going through money like crazy in this particular scenario, and I think it's because of the polar bears. They're expensive to keep. So you need all the other animals to make money so you can have them. I wonder how much a polar bear eats. Like, can I see their finances? Oh yeah, I can probably see the finances of the actual enclosure, just while they're putting the snow leopards in. You'll be able to see their maintenance, and I think you can see their financial log. So last year, it cost me $16,000 to feed the polar bears. So I don't know if I can see in my finances, like, where my income is coming from. Ticket sales, 4,000. Shop income, 7,000. Donations, 3,000. My ongoing expenses are terrible, but zoo entrance ticket refunds. Unhappy with visit. Good grief. Never had that one before. I don't think this is a very popular park, this one. I'm going to need to put more things in, more little things in to keep people happy. And I'm going to have to really look at the guest happiness. They are happy now. They weren't happy a while back. They do seem happy now they've got a toilet. So I'll probably put some more gulpy sodas and things like that in. I'll do some more research into some different kinds of shops as well. Things like that to make them a bit happier. Oh, yes, I can put up the ticket price. They think they're underpriced. The zoo is going up in rating. I could do with releasing some animals to the wild to get that conservation rating up, which will get the overall star level up and mean I can charge a bit more for the zoo in general. But hopefully these snow leopards are in. And if they are, then I'm going to end the episode. So I think I'm enjoying the look of the Arctic wolf pen now. I think that's really cool. And I just want to quickly see what these guys think of their pen. They are 60% welfare in there. Their meal quality isn't great. That'll need some research. We need to get some enrichment in there for them. They're mostly happy with their environment. They'll need a hard shelter. I'm kind of thinking that I could adapt the wolves. I'll either adapt the wolves' place and put it in their place, and they can have one of those, and I'll just change over the wolf signs for leopard signs on their house. I'll make a blueprint of it and I'll put it over here. Or we'll make them something completely new next episode. But I'm going to leave it there, and we're going to make them happy next episode instead of this one because we've been going for like over an hour. Very cool now. We've got the leopards in, so that's a reason for people to come around this side of the polar bear pen as well. I'm going to get some more gift shops and things like that for people to spend money at. Probably raise the ticket price a little bit and try and keep those finances going because, as I say, I am struggling a little bit for money in this particular park, mostly because it costs me like 20 grand a year to feed the polar bears. So I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, then please do leave me a like below. If you'd like to see more Arctic Park, then please do subscribe, and I'll let you know when the videos are out. I hope to see you next time. In the meantime, though, please look after yourselves and keep being awesome. Also, we sold one of the reindeer.